Thumb or left thumb? Good evening, everyone. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Councillor Webster,
Present.
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
Present.
Councillor Humphreys,
Present.
and have we heard from Councillor Carew? Oh, no. Okay. As we gather here today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of council and our community that are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Declaration of pecuniary interest. None being heard. Confirmation of the council agenda. Anything to add, Hope?
Just the addition of section 8.4.2, the recreation chairs report that I emailed out to council this afternoon.
Okay. I need a mover and a seconder to accept that then. Moved by Councillor Webster, second by Councillor Humphrey. Lane's on his way in there now. All in favor? Carry. Well, I guess I have to ask again, right? I'll get when we're all done with this, I'll actually have one meeting. I want, Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys.
In favor.
Councillor Webster.
In favor?
I'm in favor, and Councillor Carew still muted. No, we don't have any public meetings or delegations. We have the minutes from November the 16th and November 26th budget workshop meeting. And I need a mover and a second. Deputy Mayor Campbell. Second by Councillor Humphreys. Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Councillor Webster.
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys.
In favor.
Councillor Carew, and welcome.
Thank you. In favor.
And I'm in favor. Is there any business arising from the minutes? None?
Sorry, Mayor Bennett, Deputy Mayor
Sure.
Campbell had his hand up.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Mayor Bennett. I know I spoke with the CAO and about to see if all chairs have submitted their budgets, and I believe we're still awaiting one. And I just wondered if that chair still needs, or it needs anything more than what has been presented, or I'm trying to be diplomatic. So I know I spoke to the CAO. It's just Chair of Finance. I'm just wondering what elements missing that we can help the chair of that committee out.
Hope, do you want to answer that? Because I can too.
Sure. So we did provide an extension additional to post our budget meeting, the workshop meeting, until Monday evening. And to date, we have not received anything. So we're just going to move forward with pre-populating what we originally had, unless staff receives additional direction from council or committee.
And I understand that we're not, our next meeting is not, I don't believe the intent is to pass the budget, but I just like to have as much information as front to lessen the amount of meetings. And I know as I agree with Councillor Webster, who had asked last meeting, you know, a goal and what we're trying to set up for. And it's a little easier conversation if we have some more realistic numbers, and like having a full budget presentation is what I'd like to see by the next meeting. Thank you, Mayor Bennett.
Thank you. So Hope, the extension then was last Monday that he was to have it in here? Or this coming Monday?
This past Monday, so yesterday. And nothing was received at the office, but we're still working at some final numbers here as well. So again, the waste tender is closing on Thursday, and our salary numbers as well as the insurance. So there's a little bit of time still left, but we are, we're crunching numbers now, so.
Okay. So I think that the head of the department has to respect council, and I think a letter should be forwarded to him tomorrow morning. I'd have that he has at that time, or there will be disciplinary action taken. How does council feel of that? Mayor?
Again, unless there's something specific that is holding up, and if it's on our end, you know, I'd like to at least hear a verbal from the chair stating the reason that you know, if it's just a timeline, you know, we've extended that, and I'm sure the extension was agreed on both parties. So if there's something missing, that an element that's missing, I'd sooner know now than later. And yes, a letter should, you know, push forward. Thank you.
Councilor Carew, you're chair of that committee. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think CAO, sorry, asked, and like they own that budget. I think all staff should follow the direction that's presented by the treasurer and the CAO and also council. So and if it's not being followed, it's either we proceed or discipline action area, right?
Councilor Webster?
Well, I think let's reach out and find out the reasoning first, and then as the CAO had said, we've still got a little bit of time, but we're going to populate it, move ahead, and don't complain about your budget next year because you didn't ask for nothing. But disciplinary action, I don't know if it's necessary at this stage because all our final numbers are in. But I know previously it's been requested to get his numbers in. But there could be a very valid reason, and I'd like to hear that at some point.
Councilor Humphries?
I have nothing. Just listening to the conversation.
Okay.
Do you want me to comment on that, or just we've left it that long, like maybe one more jog and that's it. Tell them it's going to final with the council, and it's not there. It's not there to worry about, I guess. So.
Okay, we know how council feels, so we'll leave it up to Hope to do the best she can to move forward. But nothing that's it on the minutes then. Nothing else, Deputy Mayor? No, you're muted, so.
Pardon me, Mayor Bennett. Yes, that's all for me.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so we'll move on to the planning committee. Chair Carew, and I see Lisa and Bob has joined us. We only got one Bob tonight, so I don't have to.
Welcome, members.
Sorry, welcome. I guess for the planning committee, 8.1.1 is the building permits. On page 8, You see that the total of 84 permits on the year so far in November, and we've almost nearing double from 2020, which is amazing. See that so Horton is growing, like we see it our neighboring communities. We've doubled 2019 and almost potentially doubling 2020, which is always great news. Now I'll turn it back to self, Mayor.
Okay. It is great. It is great news, and we have quite a few residents, especially down along the river, right, Councilor Crew?
That one doesn't count because it was a minus then add one, so it's
Oh,
doesn't count.
I see. Okay. Committee members? Nothing?
Nothing from me. House looks good, Lane.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Transportation and Environmental Service Committee, Chair Webster.
Thank you, committee. Sorry.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, Mayor. Yep, our page 9 of the package, the test committee chairs report. Everybody's had a chance to read it. Is there any questions in regards to it? Seeing none, I'll just breeze through it here quickly. So Johnson Road speed limit adjustment. So the consensus is we're gonna propose it in the new year, and we just want a little bit more information what's going to actually happen. Second one, Renfrew County cost sharing discussion took place. Status quo development charge options for the township, so that's still up in the air. Adams and Bromley, I think we're trying to line up a meeting, and I believe it's going to be in December. I think it shows there in the new year, but it's actually going to happen this year. As long as Mayor Bennett, I haven't heard there. Are you available that date that they proposed?
Yeah, I think everything's a go.
Okay, yeah. So it's middle of this month that we're going to be meeting there. And then the awarding of the dock, and then that goes on to recreation, which will come up in a bit. And as well as the recreation air quality improvements. Another very informative, great discussion meeting. That one was. Any questions? Seeing none, I will pass it back to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilor Webster. Protective Services Committee Chair Crew.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, yeah, it was a meeting was pretty quick. It was the second fire captain was fulfilled. Congrats to Daryl Eady. And he was introduced to the committee. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Recreation Committee Chair Humphries. You're muted, Doug.
There. Yes, it's before you there, plus the update from the Hope Senate from our meeting this morning. The winter game's still a go. Still working on getting the HRA going. It's written out. We dumped all the beer and talked to people at LCBO, and we have to dump all the coolers too because they're 2.5 years old. Some was purchased back by the codes a long time ago. So that'll be done the next week. Full house for the craft sale. Sharon Bennett's got a good group of gatekeepers, I call them, door people to control the crowds and the protocols for COVID. And the Remember Stay service was a great service, and I wanted to thank Bert Virgin and Bruce Golden and Amanda for all their work. And again, the rink is still there. We're working on other things. The kitchen was inspected last Monday and a few little quirks, or not little things were fixed up. Everything went well, so it's now officially open. As you see, we had a woman, Jen Cobus, applied to have a Christmas party, but her timing was not great because we didn't know the kitchen would be approved at that time. So, and no business plan. Moving on to the what we covered this morning, it's on a separate sheet that Hope sent out, and Adam met with this morning. We did put the. Just let me get back to this other part here. Yeah, we went back and talked about the boat launch and stuff this morning, and it's too many screens here. So yeah, this meeting's morning, we did award the tender for the boat launch. It was moved by Sharon and Ralph, and we are going to deal with the municipal boat dock supply and delivery, and 30% down. And the shoreline, I was talking to him after the meeting about M&R for permits and stuff. I know we have to do that up at the cottage, so I don't know whether Horton has to do that too, and he said they probably do. We did approve 2 portable COVID units for air quality control for the change rooms. They're within Adam's operating budget, and they're coming out of COVID financing. And the dock is coming out of 50 recreation and 50 modernization grants. So that is what Hope sent out to us after the meeting. Thank you for that quick response, Hope. Any questions on that report, or if not, we'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Thank you. We're moving right along here. Community committees and county council. Renfrew and Area Senior Home Support, Councillor Humphries. Doug, you're muted again.
Wrong click. Yeah, the Renfrew, yeah, we had finally had a meeting on the 19th of November. Excuse me. And we covered and met all the different people on the committees and what's offered. Talked about Network 24 fundraising, Christmas party, and campaign for the Green Letter, and Golden Age is getting busy again. I know we went into the meeting and it was a good crowd in there. Music, people are enjoying that. It's very interesting how much work the home sport does with taking people to appointments, COVID appointments, foot care appointments. And food is available too, the frozen meals. So I'm just starting to get the hang of these people, and I've seen they've done a lot, and Dennis has a good control and all the stuff going on, and very informative meeting. We covered transportation, just regular stuff that runs through volunteers and staffing, and trying to get through COVID and trying to organize bake sales and successful barbecue last fall. So anyway, onward and upward, looks pretty good. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. And if you don't mind, I'll just mention that Renfrew is working very closely with White Rod in order to get their facility up and running.
Yeah.
And we're actually helping them with the staff management and the programs until they're self-sufficient. So
I just noticed
pardon?
I just noticed I mentioned there's Deep River too, the seniors in Deep River. I just didn't see that part of my note.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
Right on.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say is our agency is we're well respected throughout the whole organization, and they lean on us a little bit in order to make sure that they don't have any mistakes that we've already done them. So that's where we are there. Thanks, Doug. Councillor Humphries. Community service wellbeing plan. Deputy Mayor Campbell.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Bennett. Just an update on Patrick Finnegan had sent out an email with polled the members of the committee, suggesting a meeting on December 15th from 3 till 5. The only thing is, Hope, is there a special council meeting for pay equity the same day?
Yeah.
Same time?
Yeah, ours is at 4, so you and I likely won't be able to make the meeting, but there will be a recording that we can watch the next day.
So I just want to, on behalf of the township and fellow member CEO, hope for seeing Patrick back at the table. I know he's been dealing with some health issues, and he, a true inform wanted to see if we could squeeze a meeting in before the new year, so that we can come out fighting in the new year with a game plan. So just want to shout out to him and say thanks for jumping back in with both feet, and nothing but good health and success in the new year. Thank you, Mayor Bennett.
Thank you. Health Service Village, we have not had a meeting of any kind. We're into the 90-day period that there's been no updates at all from committee until they have stuff resolved, and I would presume, hopefully they're not going to try to put it in December. So we'll have a meeting in the new year with new ideas, I hope. Chamber of Commerce, Councillor Humphries.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Bennett. Yeah, they did the Santa Claus parade. It was on the list, and of course, our meetings are a couple of weeks ago, so it's sort of old news. Projects right now, we have got funding from the Ontario Chamber of Commerce for Shop the Ottawa Valley, which is our Empire, Renfrew, and Pembroke. All the chambers are working together, and they're setting up QR codes for shopping. And I think the stationary parade was okay. The weather wasn't great, but working on getting the farmers market back downtown. And so again, everybody's got their own little things to get done. My meeting is next week, so we'll get caught up on what's going on in the new year, but things are looking good for the chamber. We picked up another few members. That's always a plus. And of course, our awards program, which was written up in the Ottawa Valley News, gives us some exposure for that too. And a couple of new businesses are doing very well. Ottawa Valley Coffee and Raglan Street Foods, they're all doing very well and being well supported. They really appreciate people supporting local more than they did, a year ago. Like, it's a lot more things done locally, so which is really nice. So that's all I have, Mayor Bennett. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. County Council, you had the total package, and is there anything in that package that you would like to discuss? Deputy Mayor Campbell.
I was reading the committee reports, and I guess so Chair Donahue was commenting on the COVID and PSWs. They're extending their wage freeze, or the increase till the end of March. It's a $3 increase, I guess they've had through COVID, and that doesn't really sit well that be taken away from them. I mean, I understand with minimum wage increasing, that's been increased, but that will not go back down. And for PSWs, anyone who's has relatives or parents, friends in that system, it's a very demanding service. You can well imagine your normal routine. If you can think of when you get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, when you eat your meals, and you need assistance of a PSW, not everybody can be 7 o'clock in the morning getting up. Not everybody can be 9 o'clock at night going to bed. So the weather factor, if you take yesterday, they're follow the, I don't want to say mailman, but the mail person's motto of doesn't matter what the weather is out there, they're out trying to help out. And I know, I don't know what voice you have in the county. I know through seniors home support, you understand the importance of that, Mayor Bennett, because you've been, 100% a leader and many years in it. And when I read that they're going to extend that or hold that $3 increase until March, I thought, that might be a hard sell when that timeline is taken away.
Okay, so just we know it's going to be hard sell, Glenn, but it's that's provincial money that comes from the provincial coffers to afford that $3 an hour increase, and we're going to have to. Every council in Ontario is going to have to go through and see what's realistic. It's a $3 an hour hours. It adds to the cost of healthcare very deeply. And yes, I totally agree. Them people are there, and they're doing an excellent job. And it's going to be very difficult at the end of the day to go back down. And why leave the door on a Friday or Saturday and come back in Monday we're at $3 an hour less. That's going to be hard to handle. And we're definitely working with our counterparts to come up with some kind of plan to take back to the government to see how that can be handled. And I will say that our health team is very, very, at county level is very, very thorough on what they do and how they approach the government moving forward. And our warden is certainly a very strong voice at getting the point. Hopefully we have something new on the plate within the next 120 days too.
And thank you, Mayor Bennett. I appreciate that. And I guess that's what I'm looking at. It's not, I understand the justification of, the coffers and come through the province. And I guess it's that realization that at a certain day, you're going to say, okay, as of today, you're providing the same service, but now you're going to see a little less in your paycheck. It's going to be there's going to be a little, I don't know. I'm hoping everything will go positive from there, but and I know that the county is doing more than their fair share to buffer that. So thank you, Mayor Bennett.
Okay, Councillor Humphrey.
Yes, Mayor Bennett, I just wanted to add to that, what Deputy Mayor Campbell was talking about. There was an article in the paper about students taking the course and not receiving any funding for their on the training job. And that gives a lot of bad press for people that want to get into that business of working with seniors. But, the old standby was you're a doctor or nurse, a healthcare worker, the patients come first. And yes, $3 an hour is a slap in the face to take back off your paycheck. So hopefully they're what they call the creed of the healthcare will be looked after. But I mean, they got some press this morning in the Citizen about all these students taking the course and not receiving any funding for it as on the job training. They're just like slave laborers. That's also good for keeping things moving in the provincial. They start to hear more and more reports from the colleges on doing that. There's 25 students in Ottawa that are really ticked off, and they're probably just never go in that field because they aren't getting compensated as they train. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll just speak briefly about that. I think it's an excellent opportunity the way that colleges put it together to give them students the opportunity to learn the field at very little cost to them, if any. They had that we are paying all the training and everything. We're not paying the person themselves, but that doesn't happen in Ontario's education to begin with. You've got a little bit of cost to get educated, and the province is looking after that. So they are doing an excellent job, and the colleges are definitely doing an excellent job of getting people in that field. And they, in 24 months, at very little cost to you, you've got a pretty good career ahead of you. So there is a huge benefit to the way they're handling it to begin with. Yeah,
Mayor Bennett, I realized that, but there was never anything in the press about the staff of Algonquin students at Montreal Manor, but this is a different college, nothing to do with Algonquin and Ottawa. So I think different management. And again, we never hear any complaints from the Montreal Manor and their training. I think this college is just out to sort of exploit the students. And to say, I've never heard anything about the training at Montreal Manor and stuff for PSWs, but this was in the paper about, I think it's Wilford College. No, it's an old name. It's one of the colleges that's been around for a while, but
Yeah.
they were noted for Willis College, I guess. They were noted for that kind of stuff anyhow. So I know Algonquin has no problems with that. At least
Okay.
never heard any complaints. So.
No, I haven't heard any up here to begin with. Okay, thank you. Any other questions on county? Okay. Correspondent summary, page 12, EO information memo. We have, I think there's only 3 items on there. Council Carew, do you want to start?
I can. Just want to congrats to CAO again on her resignation. It is reported in the Ottawa Valley News. Other than that, I'll leave it for someone else to add. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
I guess, I was reading, there's not much, like you say, there's not much in the package, but, congratulations to Hope and to Dave Radke. Certainly like to see, as I've said before, there's no idle hands in Horton. Everybody's moving forward, trying to take on another course or another role, another title. It only improves and tests and challenges our staff. And as long as we're keeping them happy, we have the creme de la creme, but we just hope nobody sees the appetite that we have on our plate and want to come back for seconds. So again, so congratulations. And again, it's one thing I said, I guess, at the last council meeting or prior to that, is that I like to see all of staff try and better themselves by taking that extra course. And we're certainly putting our trust and future in the roles they play. So that's it.
Thank you, Councillor Webster.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, congratulations to our CAO, Hope, getting the top designation in that, and to Dave Radke as well for his accomplishment within the Good Roads Association. And I noticed you just touched on it, Deputy Mayor, that I was looking through the calendar and I noticed some exams coming up with our fellow staff. So I just love this, how this staff, council and staff are working together to get all trained up. And I see Amanda's got one coming up, Natalie's got one coming up, and I know Nikki was recently on one writing stuff. So it's all fantastic news for we just got to retain them now, as Deputy Mayor says. So we got the creme of the creme, and then let's just retain them. And that'll be coming forward in a couple of weeks, I think. Thank you.
Councillor Humphreys.
Well, everybody's covered most of the stuff that we talked about, and it's too bad that the Ottawa Valley News is like 2 weeks behind, because there was really no events in December that was of any interest. The only thing I noticed was Enbridge Gas has applied for the rate increase for carbon tax, and it doesn't look very promising for like it's gone up every year since 2019. So they're expecting like $47 a month on the carbon tax for residents. We're very fortunate. There's not many residents on Enbridge, only of certain locations in the township, but propane has also gone up a lot. And I was just looking at the propane. I know a lot of residents in Horton use propane, and it's gone up probably 25 to 30% from last summer. So I only buy barbecue tanks. I don't know a whole lot, but it's gone up. So that's all I have, Mayor Bennett.
Okay, thank you. And again, I'd just like to say a thank you to staff for all that they do for this municipality. We have a very dedicated staff and they all work to the best of their ability to make sure Horton is well looked after. And please carry that back to the rest of the staff. Hope that they through it all. Bylaws, none. Notice to file motion for next council meeting, none. Almost 4 years in. Council and staff members' concerns. Oh. We're doing well. Motion for reconsideration, debate on motion to reconsider only. We can, we'll soon be able to cut 2 to 3 minutes off each council meeting. Resolutions. Oh,
That council accept the October and November 2021 building reports as information.
moved by. Nobody wants to move a report like that. Deputy Mayor Campbell, second by Councillor Humphreys. Councillor Webster,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
and I'm in.
That council accept the Transportation and Environmental Services Committee Chair's report as information.
Moved by Councillor Webster, second by Councillor Carew. Any comments? None. Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
Councillor Webster,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council accept the Protective Services Committee Chair's report as information.
Moved by Councillor Humphreys, second by Councillor Webster. Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
Favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
Councillor Webster,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council accept the Recreation Committee Chair's reports as information for November 19th, 2021 and December 7th, 2021 special committee meeting.
Moved by Councillor Humphreys, second. Deputy Mayor Campbell. Councillor Carew,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Webster,
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
And upon recommendation from the Recreation Committee, council award PW 2021-13 municipal boat dock supply and delivery to Interco Fabrications for a total of $31,582.37, including HST. And that upon formal acceptance of the bid, a 30% deposit totaling $9,474.71, including HST, be issued per the terms and conditions of sale from Interco Fabrications. And that an additional $5,000, including HST, be allocated for parking lot improvements and shoreline erosion control. And further, that the funding for the total project cost be funded 50% from recreation reserves and 50% from modernization reserves.
Do I have a mover? Councillor Webster, second by Councillor Humphreys. Any discussion? Deputy Mayor Campbell,
How many bids did we receive?
3, I believe, for the dock.
Yes?
Only 2, Doug?
I thought so, but I did, there was another one came in later. It was like way more money. There was 2 close ones and one was like 10,000 more. Probably Hope knows more.
Yeah, I think there were the 3. And yeah, one was way out of much higher than the other 2, but this one was the lowest. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I just want to take 1 second here to thank the test committee the rec committee and staff for working through this to get to a point that we're all content with what was happening. It's nice at the end of the day for stuff like that to get resolved, that everybody can actually live with what's. Councillor Webster,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council received the reports for community committees and county council as information.
No, anybody want to move that? Moved by Councillor Humphrey, second by Councillor Webster. Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
Councillor Webster.
In favor?
I'm in favor.
That council accept the CAO clerk's information memo for December 7th, 2021.
Do I have a mover? Deputy Mayor Campbell, second by Councillor Carew. Any discussion? Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
Councillor Carew,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Webster.
In favor?
I'm in favor.
Council went into closed session at 4:41 PM to discuss the following items pursuant to section 239(2)E of the Municipal Act, litigation or potential litigation, Thompson Road issue.
Okay, do I have a mover to move into closed? Councillor Humphreys, second by Councillor Carew. Councillor Webster,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Councillor Humphreys,
In favor?
Carew.